Right guys, question 4. State the order of rotation symmetry of the shape. Now rotation symmetry is when you turn a shape round a point or a center to see how often it maps onto or fits exactly on top of itself. The number of times it does this is its order of symmetry. Okay, so the order of symmetry is the number of times that you can rotate a shape around a point and see how often it maps onto itself. Now the star has order of symmetry 5 because it happens happens to map onto itself 5 times before arriving back at where it started. Now you could try this yourself. You could draw the star and rotate the page through the center, put your pencil in the middle of the star and rotate the shape around, and you'll see that it takes 5 turns for your star to go back to its original position. So the order of rotation is 5, and thus the answer to this question is just 5. Right, moving on swiftly to question 5. The flag below is rotated 180 degrees about the point O, which is usually known as the origin, and is then reflected in the mirror line. Draw on the diagram the final position of the flag. You should use pencil and rubber to ensure your final answer is clear. And these questions are quite common and easy. Once you get good practice in them, you're sure to get them right. The first thing I do is I take it into steps. Now, the first thing I have to do is rotate it 180 degrees, so I do that. It's good to have tracing paper in this situation and a mirror handy. Now, let's have a look. The flag is first rotated 180 degrees, and this we can see is shown by the picture going from there to there. Okay, and then the flag is reflected in the line, which gives us this flag here. So this is the correct answer. Now questions like these can seem very simple but also easy to get wrong. What you have to do is to take care. Double check, and these questions are quite a few marks and you're bound to get them right. Easy. Now the next question is to write 80,040 in figures. The key to question 6 is to read the question carefully. It says 80,000, not 8,000. This is a common mistake. There's only a slight difference between 8 and 80, and students often get this wrong. A good way to approach this question is to write down all the things you do know. Okay, so you have 80,000. Now 80,000 is 80 and 1,000. And then the other side you have 40. Now the key to realize is you're in the tens of thousands, thousands, hundreds, and units. That's the key thing to realize. So here you're in your tens of thousands, then you're in your thousands here, and in this bit you're in your hundreds, and finally you're in your tens. To reiterate, these are your units, these are your tens of unit, these are your hundreds, these are your thousands, and these are your tens of thousands. The important thing to realize is if you're writing 80,040, then the 40 is divided into tens and units. So this would fit right here. And so your final answer should actually not be that difficult and should just be 80,040.